Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay, but I just got some very important papers that comes in. I have to go someplace because somebody did something that it's involving me, but I have nothing to do with it. Anyway, won't bother you with things. But we're gonna talk about Mercury retrograde, and I have a surprise for you. And I'm gonna show you charts. So you ain't gonna look at charts right now. I want to talk to you about the process of the changes that's gonna comes in this Mercury retrograde and what to expect, what to do, and how the whole on the things. Margaret, hello. Thank you for being here. Um, Ray of Light. All right, we got in the crowd here. It's good. The team is here, which is good. I hope every one of you is okay. Today's been a crazy day, though. Have so many things happen, and right now, just people came in to give me some legal papers, and we just finished like a minute ago. And hi, beloved Empress. And yeah, you know, when you someone has to serve you papers, make sure you receive them, and they comes in a time that they know you're gonna be home. So that's what happens. But anyway, it's funny because that's what I'm gonna be talking about. All of a sudden, I'm experiencing it. Anyway, um, so we are going to have a Mercury retrograde, and Gemini is going to start it in the Gemini. And what the Gemini is, I'm going to be talking to you about Gemini first, so you can understand the nature of the Gemini. Uh, Unseen, uh, welcome here. I'm not going to show you charts. I think I show you so many charts, so many things, but today I want to talk to you out of heart and soul about Mercury retrograde, and this is important to you. Okay, so Gemini, if you take a look, it's responsible for year three of your development, and also it's responsible for year 16 of year 28 of your development, and so on and so on. But what it that has to do with you? What it that has to tell you? So if you today take a look your friendship, because that's what Gemini is. Gemini, it's the friendship. Someone like you, someone you like, someone you communicate, and someone you had a friendship. Okay? And during this processes of Mercury retrograde, okay, your communications in the relationships, they're going to go back into Taurus. But what is Taurus? Taurus is responsible for year 2, for year 14, okay, of your relationships. And it will determine the rest of the cycles of years that comes in your life. So now you are going to experiencing this process, evaluating your current relationships that you have with the material things that happen in the recent past. You're gonna reevaluate your material parts in you, and then these material parts, are they mean more to you, or the friendship it's more important to you? So if you're in a relationship right now, if you have issues that you have broke relationship because of material possessions, material money, or you had a relationships that keep repeating and they have the same issues, now you are going to review them. This is what it is important to you. But how to evaluate this, how to look this, you're going to receive some visions. And during this process, during these visions, we are going to have other changes that's going to help you with this evaluation. We are going to experience this with these evaluations. The sun comes in together with your destiny. So if you've been doing something wrong during these periods of times, now the sun comes in with the north node and it says, like, because it's in Taurus, it's about the money. It is about the material possession. It is about if you have a company, if you have a stocks, if you have this conglomerate, it doesn't matter how big you are within the material world, it's going to hit you. It doesn't matter how small you are, it's going to hit you because you are about to do evaluations of the material world. Okay? These evaluations in the material world, since the sun and the north nodes coming together in Taurus, then you are going to be looking at, are you really value the things in life? Is the relationships with friends or the material possessions? That's also look of what's going on in the world right now. It is about, really, it's all about the money, or is not. And Brooklyn, hi, thank you for being here. And you will go to this process. Some of those processes, they're gonna be very intense. Okay, they are going to be a very intense, and that intense processes, you may feel like two opposite things, kind of like fighting over you. These two things, you need to look at them, but you may have to accept them both or deny them both. Okay. And it's going to be confusing for you, but that confusion is going to become more clear because during this period, we are going to have a Mars and the moon comes in areas. It's kind of like a boosting this process, give you this internal power, they give you this fire from within. It's like, yes, you can do those changes. Yes, you can do those things. Yes, you can go ahead and affirm what you want to affirm. You have to affirm one or the other, but the choice will be yours, not somebody else. And since Mercury is going to go so deeply in this, as soon as the Mercury retrogrades finish, you are going to go over what Saturn is going to review you back. Saturn is the teacher. So either learn in the good way or the bad way, you're going to learn. There is no escape. So Saturn's going to turn retrograde on the June 5th. Okay. And during this process, Mercury is going to be ending on June 18th. Okay. So there's going to be like a 13 days of hell that you might going to experience. Could be a little bit more. But the situations are coming up. It's that there's going to be this shadow periods, and during the shadow periods, there's going to be some situations from within. Okay, so let me give you some for examples of how you need to evaluate yourself. So everything is going to begin within the friendship. So you're going to look how everything started within you. If you have a conflict within yourself first, okay? Don't try to troubleshoot conflicts with others yet. Look at the internal conflict inside of you about your friends. If you're doubting your friends, why are you doubting them? What's causing you to doubt in them? It's not about them. There is something in you you accept or deny. So here is the Gemini part in you. It's talking to you because Mercury retrograde is to switch the communications internally, not in externally. Okay, so during this process, okay, look at duality from within, about the Gemini parts. Look at those situations from within yourself, and then begin to evaluate why I don't like this. Is there was somebody else I don't like that? And you will come down in your timeline to the very, very early an age, and you will figure out why you didn't like that. Okay, maybe it has to do something with the kindergarten, because in the kindergarten, okay, I'm going to explain it to you a very simple thing. You have a toy, okay, you took that toy from home, you brought it to the daycare, and all of a sudden you don't share it with nobody, and you do this all the time. Now you have issues with people, they ask you about something that you have and you don't give, and now they are mad at you because you don't give it to them, and you think like it's okay, is it fine? Okay, but there is also people who ask you why you don't give enough love to me, and now you're like, well, I don't know how to love. Well, you didn't learn how to love way back in your childhood. Okay, there's going to be these situations, but you have to begin to reevaluate your relationships as of now, all the way down into the line, and that's what the Mercury retrograde will be. Is going to turn you back in your situations. It's going to look at you of what you need to do. For example, you can also look at it of your material things. If you have a business, okay, it's going to be this guilt. It's like, I didn't pay that money, I didn't pay this cases, I don't pay this stuff, but I'm the big businessman. I make a biz money because I do manipulations, and by lying people I get this money. Okay, I won't talk to you about all the schemes that were out there, especially with an investments and uh, it, okay, there was a so many huge schemes, pyramids, that now it's going to come out. There's going to be surfacing something into to this, but it is about you. Let's leave it the big guys who are out there doing the finances and the market and playing with the market. Let them play with the market because that's what they need to learn, not just screwing up with the market and people's savings for pensions and all that stuff, like what happened to United. If you're not familiar with these things, get familiar. Maybe you're going to learn something. So you maybe have things they have done within the material things, but you lost your friends. And now you're going to go back. You're going to evaluate those material things, but you're also going to evaluate your friendship. And then Mercury is going to take you and he's going to tell you, okay, what is your position about your friendships from now on? Because the sun in the North Node is going to say, here, evaluate this now, not tomorrow, now. Usually, the sun, when it comes in with the North Node, that is your self. That's the me part with the North Node, with your destiny. They come together. So now it's that breaking point of your lifetime that you have to look at this. When you recognize this, how you will move through. It's about responding to difficult situation rather than reacting. Before you react, Ray, what do you do before you react? you evaluate to see how you're going to react. But if you're in anger, if you are aggravated, guess what? You aggravate just like this, okay? And that's what Mercury retrograde most of the time damage does. He wants you to react. And that is the wrong part of Mercury retrograde. Mercury wants to comes in and be funny with you. And what I mean being funny. Hey, did you see this? Oh, let me show you. Do you remember when you were 24 years old? What did you did? Yeah. Listen, I just delivered messages. I gotta be quick. I gotta be fast. And by the way, you did the same thing 10 years prior to that. And then you did this. But you know what? I have to deliver the messages to other people. I just gonna speed it up quickly to you. You may be getting be agitated, but guess what? I got no time for you. Bye. And you're like, what the heck? I mean, just little fun with the planets, it's kind of like never is gonna hurt. But when you to recognize this, how to move through it is you are feeling the energy that comes in with. Maybe, for example, you go to bed and you have a dream. And when you get into the dream, and all of a sudden the situations that you're going to have, they just happen. Okay. Maybe you are going to have this deja vu's and happens. The internal communications that comes in, they will talking to you. Most of you already know what I'm talking about. Okay. And when you recognize these things, there could be a guilt, there could be a shame, there could be something that you did. You may be seeing the things that you did good. You maybe see the things that you did for people. Maybe you did to your friends, or maybe it's time for you to recognize: have you been a friend to your own self? Are you a friend to your own self? And have you been friend to yourself with money? Have you been honest in yourself with money, with material possessions? Have you been honest with you about your toys? Okay. So there is going to be this process of look into and responding of these difficult situations. For right now, it's you to sit back and do evaluation. Okay, to remind you about the retrogrades. Okay, I will kind of like pull this up because I'm still working on very special things. So the retrograde begins from here. It comes down. It becomes stationary. Then becomes back at the same position that began, and then begins forward. Okay, this whole cycle here, that is the cycle of the retrogrades. Okay, so we did something in the near future, in the near past. It comes down to a point that we have to reevaluate our positions in life. We are going back to reevaluate. We'll learn the new things. Now we have to go back and redo what we did in order to move forward. Okay. So you recognize through these periods um, for the energies, because the energies, they're going to trigger certain things depending of your chart. Okay, from someone that could be very early in the day, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. For some of you, maybe go down and meditate like in the 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, I want to meditate. Some of you could be, well, I hope it's not, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, divine time, you're going to be like, what's going on with this? Why keeps coming up? You all know what I'm talking about. Those are the divine messages. So be patient with yourself. We have right now, everyone feels one pressure. By the way, it feels that pressure of Jupiter moving into Aries. It's like, come on, is the train's gonna move? Is the train's gonna move? Is the train's gonna move? And it's like Jupiter is like, yeah, I got like, yeah, 5 minutes. I have 4 minutes, 59 seconds, and I have 55 seconds. And you're like, come on. I was just joking here earlier with my friend and my roommate, and we were talking about it's like Jupiter's opened the door and he looks at Aries. It's like, yeah, I'm here, guys. I'm here. You guys can see me, but I haven't walked through the door yet. And by the way, yeah, I'm seeing it too. But you know what? I'll move a little bit more, but I'm not open. I'm not crossing through the door yet. Yeah, I'm coming. And you feel this energies, you feel these situations, you feel these things. Mars, however, it's still in Pisces. Confusion within the masculine situation, with the masculine energy. And if you have a strong Mars in you, you feel like, God, I don't want to take no actions and I don't want to think about it. Even though I know the road, I will resist. And this is why don't take any of the nasty gram things over to other people. Evaluate yourself. I have a client that I spoke with yesterday, talk about this, and I had another talk today, and she was like, I sent a nasty gram, but then I deleted right away because I remember what you told me to look at my anger. And there we go. It is about these evaluations that you do in yourself. You caught in yourself of doing the things that you should not do. Okay, this should not do. And you know it's not right, but your ego deep inside of you is like, oof, go ahead, send that nasty message. Go sending this because you wanted to get off. You holding it for a long time. And that's what you need to come out of it during this Mercury retrograde, because your friendship is not only with friends, it's also you have a co-workers, you have a relationship with God, you have relationship with universe. Okay, have you tried to do manipulation for manifestation? Okay, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter if you do this, I will do this and he's gonna do that, then she's gonna do this, and then I'll get what I want. And guess what, you lost everything. And now you're wondering why you lost everything. You lost everything because you were manipulating something. That's what Taurus is. Material things. You lost something, you lost something, you get something that is not right. Okay, and that's what these periods are about it. Not because of something else. And later on, you evaluate, did the toy was more worth it to lose the friendship? It is the things that you did, lost your connections with God, with universe, with friends. Deep on the soul level, there is going to be a lot of meaning. But with the pressure within the sun, within the North Node, some of you is going to have incredible, powerful breakdowns for rising up, because you will understand you were holding yourself down. You're going to have this tower moments in you. Nourish, kill, life. Manipulation is a dirty Gang, hey deal. Let's not talk about manipulations because, I mean, sometimes you have to tell the things the way they are. It's about the truth. But yeah, when you begin to use manifestations and you look at it behind some people that they talking about manifestations, and you see that it's all about manipulations for material gains. What are you going to call it? Come on, let's be honest. What are you going to call it? But when the people realize this, because some people they don't realize they're doing it because that's the way they know, okay, you don't have to blame them. you know it may take you time to understand the process that happens inside of them, but don't blame them, don't forgive them, okay. I mean, you can forgive them if they don't know really what they're doing, but if they know what they're doing and they're doing it on purpose, okay. Like I see some people into the spiritual world, and um, if you come to these activations, I will do these manifestations that's gonna help you to do this and this and that. Okay, see them. How many of you got that manifestation going? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Ray of light, what did you wrote? You remove your message. I didn't see it. Write it again. It is what it is. Don't resist of what you're feeling. Okay, don't. Uh, don't get triggered by games. There you go. Games. You don't know. You don't know all the games. You're never gonna know all the games. Okay. For some people, games can be played all the time. Uh, but you want to have a friendship. Okay, not this game situations. Okay, especially when it comes with feelings, and that is going to be one of the hard lessons about it. Did you invest feelings? Did somebody invest feelings? Did you that was involved something else? Because Taurus is about the money. Let me tell you what's going on with this Taurus thing, okay? Because when it begins to turn back, he's going to stop in Taurus. But you have in Taurus, we are going to have Sun in North Node, okay? So here is 2-year-old, don't want to share the toys, but there's 12 years past, okay? You become 13, you become a teenager. At the age of 14, you begin to look for money to go out, get with friends, going out to have a ice slushy, to have a breeze brain, brain freeze, whatever it was, okay, or going to a McDonald's and all these things, okay. But when you go there, out there, you actually learning how to operate with the material things. But 12 years later, when you are about 26, guess what you're thinking about? How to get money to build a house, how to situate your house. 12 years later, okay, 38, where are you at when you're 38? Did you get that house? Did you get these dreams? Did you get everything? When you're 50, if you are 50-year-old, did you achieve your dreams? Did you get what you wanted? What did it cost you? How many friends you have left? Oops. How many friends did you lost? How many friends did you gain? How many friends help you when you need it? This is going to be a rough evaluations on it. Corrected spelling. Okay, corrected spelling, right? Um, Having higher knowledge like can make me feel overly responsible when others don't seem care or want to raise their vibrations. Empress, it's about you. there's going to be a point of time when you will understand it is about you. Uh, we talked with my roommate about a couple of stars, okay, that they're kind of like we were talking about twin flames. We were talking about Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. We talked about Tove Lo. If you guys don't know Tove Lo, maybe you should go take a look for it. But when you look at the songs, when you look at the certain things, you feel the spatial vibrations that's inside of you. Why does Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber lost their friends? Why Tove Lo is so sad and she's got these songs that are full with this energy about twin flames, why? And that energy that gonna comes in. We actually went out to look at the charts of Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and Tove Lo, and I explained it to some few things to him. And he's like, "Why you always write you?" I'm like, "We just having fun. Let's have some fun." And that's what it is. People gotta have fun. That's what I brought that fun that we just had now brought into you guys, so you can have fun doing it with friends. You gotta have fun, okay? You gotta have fun. Sometimes I'm a too freaking serious. Yes, serious things require serious things, okay? But your friendship that you have with your own self, the honesty, the truth, and the things you're dealing with in 3D, within the material world, what you want to succeed in the material world, it doesn't have to be on the price of your relationships. Okay. Gemini, it's the highest vibrations of Taurus. It's different when you build a house by yourself. It's different when you build a house with the friends. That's what this is all about. Because when you build a house with the friends, then you becomes Cancer, family. Okay, that's what the astrology is about. To rise up. And guess what? Within the family, there's going to be a one person who wants to say, I'm the king. Leo. And it's going to be a one who's going to get hurt. Virgo. And there's going to be a someone who's going to say, hey, you guys cannot continue fighting here. Virgo, Leo, who's going to be what's going to be, what needs to be. The one wants to control what's going on. The other wants to control what is going to stay, whatever is going to stay. There's got to be some peace in here. Love, compassion. Here he goes, Libra. And then it's going to be that Scorpio that comes in. It's not what? Yeah, I'm just going to do little secret things. Dang. That's what the astrology is. Astrology is the wheel of life. It's the things that it is. But to go back to the Mercury, Mercury is about communications. You communicate with the right thing. You communicate with your right self, with your higher self. Today we were talking about the conflicts. The conflicts are what you know and the conflicts that comes in. All this information creates a conflict. But through your internal talk, through internal processes of change, guess what? You know your new self, which is Aries. You know how to build new things in the material world with a new way of friends, to have a family where there's going to be a new co-rulers and everything is going to be blowing, and now you're going to have this beautiful love with no secrets, and everything's going to be expressed, which is continue going on. All right, but what you're going to do is, are you going to meet your destiny within yourself? And that's what Mercury retrograde will be. Are you going to meet your destiny from within? Not what you think with somebody else. Before you have a destiny with somebody else, you have to become your own destiny within yourself. All right, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave you. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Oh, wasn't that bad, isn't? No charts. Good afternoon, Dio. It's 11:11. Beloved Empress. Oh, yes, it's 1:11 here. Ray of light. Thank you. You guys welcome. You guys welcome, and I'm glad that been done at this to you. Be patient with yourself. Even if someone comes in and tries to ruin your world, be impeccable with this. If you don't know the word impeccable, be unbreakable. All right? Don't bend over. Because there's going to be somebody's trying to trigger you during the Mercury retrograde, and you know how that goes. I mean, some of you are going to laugh. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Yeah, I've been there, done that. And that's what that is. We want to leave you with this. You guys know what it is. Be love.